Okay, welcome back. So a special call out to my third year maths group in Construction1 Nefa. This is free, guys. Okay, don't forget maths is wicked and you can succeed, okay, if you put your mind to it. So here we are, and one more thing is, in maths we have the right to change our minds, or the right to think of a better way of doing things. So we're going to do construction 1 again. This time I'm going to use the inside template to create a 60. What about that? And I'm going to make sure you all have this exact thing, so there's no roundy. Make sure you all have a 30, 60, 90 with good sharp corners in the inside. Okay, that's a very quick way of creating a 60. So the construction we're doing is to bisect a given angle. But two very handy angles are 60 degree and 90 degrees. The reason is you can check them very quickly with a 45 and with a 30. Okay, now my concern here is this isn't long enough to do accurate work. So we come in with our ruler. You might see the top of my head now because you do want to look straight down when you're doing these. So, and I might extend. So we're going to extend. Now that's the important action verb I've just done there. Extending a short line segment, or extending a line segment. Now I want you to learn very specific language. I want you to learn this extending a line segment. Okay, head up for your compass. Manipulate and control it to a value that's big enough so that it's going to be accurate, okay, and small enough so it's going to be practical and not go off the end of your page. Okay, so now if everything has worked out correctly, then this angle equals this angle. Now we're breaking 60, so we can check it with a 30, instead of the far more cumbersome act of checking and verifying it with a protractor. Do you understand? I'm trying to make it clear. Okay. KL at the back right hand corner of the class, do you understand that? I'm hoping to explain it. So there's that fitting in lovely. And this fitting in lovely, and that should give you maybe a sense of reward. Okay, and we can mark that that's equal to that. So it's verified. And that was construction 1. Bisect an angle. Let's do 90 degrees now. Okay. Let's use the inside. Might be better off just for keeping things the same size, like this. And there is a bevel down and a bevel up, so you should be able to read the writing on the set square, not backwards like you see in ambulance, writing on an ambulance which is reflected. Why did they do that? So that you can see it correctly when you look in the rear view mirror and it's coming up behind you and you have to get out of the way. Did you know that? Okay, so this time we'll work from left to right, because with the beveling, by the way, with my beveling going, remember my idea, just thinking about my 60, could I make that 60? I can make the 60 open that way by turning it around like that. See, we're all learning, I'm learning too. Okay, so we're going to create a 90. We're going to extend the 90. Create 90, extend the arms. These are the arms. Extend the arms. You can't extend them too much. But at the same time, probably about that length to be fine. Nice and generous. Change the amount that is out by. Now you're bringing your compasses home, and it might be a very good idea depending on what's available at home. I'm not too sure. but it is a good idea to maintain your equipment, especially. And anyway, I have a screwdriver in the classroom, and with sanitizing and everything, we can always tighten these up. Not too tight either. Okay, just make sure your equipment is maintained. Paring your pencil often, but not too often. Okay, so we're going to put the point at the corner, the vertex, mark, and mark. Try to get into the habit of holding your compass just with your thumb and finger and your index finger, like that. And we go up to this intersection point and out to this intersection point here. We call this the horizontal intersection point and the vertical intersection point. Okay. Now what is half of 90? 45. How can we verify it? The 45-degree set square. Okay, and it comes. Yes and yes. Okay, so that equals that, and we've verified it as successful. Could you do this? Could you do this for an obtuse triangle, obtuse angle? Yes, you could. So here's really where we want a working line to create an obtuse triangle. Let's go down a bit lower. We're not using the bottom of the page. Okay, and another thing for my third year maths group, it's Construction1 NAFA. Well done for giving me the feedback, and keep it coming on what way you want your videos explained better, and keep it coming. And if you still can't understand, keep telling me, but don't complain. Okay, all in a day's work and all positive. Okay, so here's our angle this time. Rather than use the acute angle, we're going to go with an obtuse angle and say, well, how on earth could this work out? And you'll recall as well that this was that's 60, making this 120. So we'll be able to test. We'll be able to test using the 60 to see how we divided it in two. Okay. Now this could be a trick question in an exam. They could throw you if you're not careful. Okay. So it's open up a long way for this. Flick it over here. And over here. Okay. And now watch out, because that's the intersection point we're interested in. And I suppose, and I've seen you do it, and I've almost gone, what are you doing? But I think it's whatever is handy on the page for drawing this line segment, and there's nothing wrong with using the edge of a set square. Okay, that's a call out to BC on the back left of the room, because I kind of corrected you on that one day, and I think it was today, and I shouldn't have, because who cares what you're going to use to draw that straight edge. Okay. Now, is that 60? Yes, it is. Of course it is. And is this 60? Yes, it is. Okay. 60 degrees, 60 degrees. Now remember, and this had been 60 degrees as we constructed it. So you can see maths is loads of fun. Loads and loads of fun. Okay, and that's still construction 1. But who cares? Who cares how long we take on them, as long as we enjoy them? Okay, that's the end of that video.